Yep, it's recorded. What is going on, friends and family? We are flying. I would put you in the front and have you like watch the road, but I don't think you guys like that too much. It's a little dark out right now. I finally just got into Pennsylvania, headed westbound to the country, into the jungle. Like, I don't know, it's really weird. I see the jungle, I see the world, I truly do. I see it as my home, and it's actually part of my About Me blog, which I still haven't completed, so bear with me on that. But anyhow, I truly do see this jungle as my home, and a lot of it has to do with my personality and all that stuff, but I think it's a direct reflection of or a combination of my personality and my upbringing, my adolescence, the bullshit I was born into, which I'm turning that bullshit into gold, you know, the shit shiner. But anyhow, I'm actually in a good mood because I got to shower, refresh myself, and get on the road. The road's a little bumpy, excuse the noise. The road is finally smooth now instead of in New Jersey and New York where it's just bad. It is bad, and there's nothing they can ever do because it's so densely populated, and even when they do work in a couple of months, it just gets bad. But anyhow, I feel like I know I'm off into my freedom. I'm off into my zone. I'm off into my jungle. I'm off into me getting to play, me getting to create, clearing my mind. Excuse me. Because it really does help. It really does help when you're around chaos, and as some of the scientists, neuroscientists like to call it, sensory input. It's like a lot of static. When we have multiple sensory input just going off through our eyes, through our feeling, through touch, through hearing, it's a lot of stuff for our brain to process, which is awesome. It's really interesting. However, if you want to take your intelligence to another level, you need isolation. You need quiet. You need to free yourself from all the garb, and even more so now today with our phones. We genuinely, our phones, our laptops, our tablets and whatnot, we genuinely need to take a break for our brains, and daily too, not just once a week, once a month or whatever. We need to detach from these things and free ourselves, and that's why they recommend, scientists recommend meditation. If you're not into meditation, you're not into science, then you're probably a spiritual individual or a religious individual, and you can relate meditation to prayer. Whatever your cup of tea is, your cup of joe, whatever, I believe it's very, very important, and now I know it is. Based on my example, or not my example, my research, my putting it to practice, making it a day-to-day habit or routine or ritual, and even taking a break from it. I get to see where my brain is, what I'm doing with my time, how productive I am, and it's really, really interesting to gauge. It's really interesting to track it and measure it and see what you're doing with yourself, daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly, and what you're implementing in your life, in your lifestyle, in your brain, what you're consuming. And for me, that's why I consider all this a science project. I consider myself in some form a learning scientist. I'd really like to be a scientist someday, but just in my own realm, my own study for my own body, and reflecting off of or observing from other individuals that I admire. I admire their lives, and not just them, but the contrast as well. I spent a good, you gotta excuse me, I spent a good, how would I say, 2/3 of my life, I would say, in the dark about a lot of things that's been taught and shown, and what we're supposed to feel, and all these different things that we're supposed to attach, like other people's thoughts pressed upon my mind, and really never grabbing full control of my own mind, designing my own life, what I really want, getting clear about what I want. And it's tough. You know, when your DNA, your makeup, your neurons and electrons and everything that makes up of your body is altered in some form, whether it be chemicals or negative thoughts, negative emotions, negative experiences, it's an interesting process when you awaken. Your spirit, your mind, your consciousness becomes awake, and you start to grab the reins of your life. And I would really like to put a spin on this, because all day I wanted to talk about, I wanted to shoot a video, and I never shot it because I was in a state of, I don't know, frustration, which is really me. Like, I do get frustrated. I get pissed. Actually, I get pissed. I get mad a lot about a lot of stupidity, or what I believe is stupid, or what I believe is limited, because stupid is not really the right way to look at it. It's phases. Everybody's in different phases, and there's no one phase that everybody should be at in life, regardless of age and whatnot. And that's how I believe, I'm coming to understand from one of the great teachers, Ken Wilber, is that, or it helps me relax, calm down, change my mood, change my attitude, look at it in more of a learning way. Why am I so frustrated about these things, and what's the root cause of my frustration to the things that I believe are stupid or limiting or dumb or careless, heartless? And that's, heartless is what it is for me. I'm an individual that cares a lot. Like, I really believe I'm pretty sensitive. I have a big heart. I have a lot of love. And that's why I'm even on this journey. That's why I'm on this science project of mine, so I can optimize my life. Truly discover what it is that I want, how I can use my gifts and talents that I've been blessed with, optimize those, so I can deliver the highest value to the world. There's no two ways about it. Because I'm coming to understand in my young manhood that the greatest feeling that we can ever experience, as one, as a man, or two, as a human being, is the gift of giving. And having to understand that this phase of the journey, I'm truly grateful for. Because there's a lot of people that want freedom, or they get after freedom. A lot of people, majority, 99% of people, I believe, get after freedom, financial freedom, having money to do what you want, when you want, and all that stuff. They never really understand the means value instead of the ends value. And that's something that Tony Robbins helped me understand, and Personal Power too, is that there's different values. And in order to drive our lives to the next level, so we can accomplish the things that we want to accomplish, so we can experience the life that we want to experience, and the feelings, because that's what it is. It's not about the money. It's not about the cars. It's not about the houses and all that stuff. There's a feeling that we're trying to get and experience as a human being. And when you really start pulling back all the layers of the onion and really digging deep in all your mind and your heart, your emotions, your upbringing, your environment, your circle of influence, your board of directors, your interests, and all these things, you will take your life to the next level. I truly believe. And the reason of, or I should say, the reason for my frustration earlier was because I was reading a book from one of my mentors. Where did I put it? Here it is. One of my mentors, one of my pals. I'm not even going to drop his name. It's the man, or I should drop him, because now he's considered a guru. Sal Buscemi. It's my pal Sal. He's taught me a lot of things, and he's sharing with me a lot of things. And on this journey of mine, my science project, I'm truly learning multiple skill sets. Truly getting a new or a shift of perspective in this world. And a lot of it has to do with how we view money. What emotions are attached to money, how we respect it, how we've been taught to show how we respect it. Money is extremely important. I actually shot a video earlier. I take that back. I shot a video earlier. But I wanted to shoot more and more and more. But how we view money. Money is extremely important. And it says a lot about ourselves. You know, I didn't ask, you didn't ask to be born into this world where currency is of importance. And then you add all the things that currency is tied into. Clothes, food, cars, shelter, housing, like all these things money is tied into. And then when you talk about the other things, like the necessities, first and foremost, the necessities. Clothing, shelter, food, and health. There needs to be some form of currency in order to produce those things so we can survive. You know, I should take back health, because I'm coming to understand. Oops, I should be getting off here soon. I'm coming to understand that food is our medicine, but that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother tangent. I don't even want to go there. However, money. You know, I posted a picture of a section of a quote that I was reading from one of my mentors, and it had to do with finances, and we're distinct of two types of individuals, whether it be, or I should say, those individuals are either ones that borrow money or ones that lend money, and that's a whole nother realm that I don't even want to get into right now. However, I happen to play, I should say, I play in the capital markets, and it's a way for me to produce income. And why I want to produce income is so I can better serve the world. I don't know any poor man on this planet truly helping out hundreds, thousands, millions of people. If there's one out there, I would like to know. I would love to meet him, and that would be amazing. I mean, my About Me blog is about being homeless. Like I've been homeless since a kid and whatnot. However, I don't see, I haven't heard of, I haven't witnessed, no one's ever told me about this individual. But there is a lot of individuals that have quite a significant amount of income, money, net worth, and they're able to help millions of people with all their great ideas, with all the jobs and products, services that they provide to society today.